More than 100 years after his death, Tchaikovsky remains a giant among classical composers. But behind the music was a man with a secret inner life.
Ask yourself, how long will we be tolerated?
I will not change a single note. I'm perched on the edge of disgrace.
Before his untimely death at the age of 53, Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky had become one of the most popular composers the world had ever known. His works, from Swan Lake to Sleeping Beauty, Eugen Onegin to the Pathetique Symphony, were the expression of 19th century Russian Romanticism. His music was loved across the globe. But over the years, Tchaikovsky has suffered the cruel irony of becoming far too popular to be taken seriously. Too often, he's dismissed as a cheap sentimentalist. Well, I think he deserves better than that. It's time to set the record straight.
I've come to Russia to discover the real Tchaikovsky through his work, his writings, and the places he knew best. I've been fascinated by Tchaikovsky for years, and now, based on the latest research, these films will paint a portrait of the real man behind the music. Tchaikovsky has long been caricatured as emotional and undisciplined, but I think it's a picture that obscures his great vision, his radical ambition, and its achievement in music. This is Tchaikovsky's Sixth Symphony, the Pathetique. For me, his crowning achievement, his masterpiece. Into this symphony, he poured the essence and experience of a lifetime's work. It was his last piece, and it would become his requiem.
I shall not be surprised if this symphony is torn to pieces. That's ridiculous.
Well, I'm in love with it.
Can't we find a cab to your apartment? And tell me, if the music is so marvellous, why did everybody hate it in rehearsal? They were indifferent, completely indifferent. How can I like it if they didn't?
The audience was transfixed, Uncle Pete.
I couldn't wait for it to be over. My stomach will be the end of me.
You've twisted yourself with this symphony.
Do you have any mineral water here? Fetch me some mineral water, please. And no, Modeste, it is not the music. Just the same old trouble.
My dear brother, with every piece you twist yourself like this.
No, stop it, Modeste. You are not an expert. And you are not my keeper. I know myself better than you. Please bring that water.
Let me call Dr. Burtonson. I cannot see you suffer like this. No, I don't need a doctor.
Tchaikovsky could not know it, but within 9 days he would be dead. This is Tchaikovsky's home at Klin, a small town deep in the Russian countryside. The house is now a museum preserved just as the composer left it, before conducting the premiere of the Pathetique Symphony in St. Petersburg. This house was the only true haven of peace in a life that had been a battle to carve out both the kind of man and the kind of composer Tchaikovsky wanted to be. Coming to this place is for me a unique moment. It's filled with objects intimately connected with Tchaikovsky, and the atmosphere is deeply affecting. Tchaikovsky recorded every detail of his life in more than 5,000 letters and several volumes of diaries archived here at Klin. But after his death, much of the truth about him was deliberately suppressed. This house is the key to understanding the man, his obsessions and neuroses, his passionate love affairs and bitter disappointments. Everything is here.
Tchaikovsky began writing songs, often dedicated to his mother, at the age of just 4. As a child, music poured out of him, so much so that he suffered terrible headaches trying to write it all down quickly enough. A sensitive boy, he was plagued by a delicate stomach